Beginner magicians tend to stay in their comfort zones, and they find they're nervous, and it's hard to sort of get out of that comfort zone. I mean, it can be daunting, make you really nervous when performing live at first, the first time. I mean, I still get nervous before every single show. Not because I don't know how I'm doing it or don't know what I'm doing, it's just because I want to be the best I can, and it gives me that adrenaline rush. But if you are nervous and you're nervous about performing, the best way to get over this is just by doing it as often as possible. It does get easier the more you do it, and the more experience that you get, I promise. But I promise you, whenever I go out, I'm always getting nervous. Anyway, it just makes my show, I personally feel it makes my show better. So you may feel nervous to approach people with your magic, and for reasons it's totally normal. It doesn't matter which reasons it is. You probably find comfort in performing just for your family and friends only when starting out. But in order to succeed, you need to get out of your comfort zone, and you need to push yourself and perform for anyone who is happy to watch you perform. Of course, after you've had enough practice first. We tend to worry, what if an effect may go wrong, or it doesn't go as well as it should, or it doesn't go as planned, or whichever sort of, I guess, fear that you have when you're starting out, you'll get past it. But the more practice that you put in, the less chance that's going to go wrong. You may worry more about maybe how the audience is going to respond to you, like I mentioned earlier. If I concentrate on my performance and engaging with the audience, then they'll warm to me or they'll warm to you, and that will be far easier for you. So just again, practice. It's all magic. It's all down to practice, and it's all down to the performance, and it's pushing yourself. But the more comfortable you are with sort of presenting and being with people, if something does go wrong, they're going to warm to you. They've already warmed to you. They'll accept it. But if your head's down and you're performing and it's a bit uncomfortable, they're going to be sort of less eager to sort of want to see the next one. So it's about being confident and, you know, just putting on a false, I guess, being a false confidence almost. You've got to push yourself. And if you push yourself, you will find that it gets easier. It does. So put yourself in situations where you sort of purposely put yourself out of your comfort zone. So what does that mean? I mean, for instance, don't just practice at home in front of your TV, but practice your routines. I mean, these are the routines that you already know and you're confident with, but practice sitting them maybe when you're on the bus or your train or on your way to work or on the way to school. You're surprised how curious people are when you've got a pack of cards or doing some magic with some rubber bands and stuff. It sparks conversation, and usually something like, "Hey, you're a magician. Show us a trick." Now, of course, you would be out of your comfort zone there, but you want to practice with people that want to see it. And, you know, it puts you on the spot. It really does. But absolutely show them something. It may put you out of your comfort zone, as I said, but the best thing you can do, and it will give you the best practice by actually presenting to a real audience, especially when they want to see the magic. They've seen you practice, they've seen you doing some flourishes on the train, and they say, "Show us a trick," and you just go out there and do it. Don't be put off if your performance doesn't turn out as you'd hoped, okay? Just learn from your mistakes. Work out what went wrong, how it went wrong, how you can improve it for the next show or the next performance. And that's how we how we all learn, and that's how we grow as sort of performers and magicians. We learn from our mistakes. And this is why I'm doing some of this for you as well, because it helps you understand the thinking behind it all. So the difference between, I guess, a professional and a beginner or an amateur is that a pro just knows how to deal with such situations most of the time, if they can. I mean, that comes from experience. I mean, the main thing is to sort of compose yourself, fake your confidence, and move on to the next effect. If you can, I guess, turn a mistake into part of the show, that's great. Brilliant. More often than not, that's the best way to do it, because the audience will not be sure whether the trick has genuinely gone wrong, or if it's part of the show, or if it's a mistake or not. And it's always better if you can pull it back into the show. If you can bring it back and save it, fantastic. If not, remember, you're a beginner. Just apologize, be honest, and promptly move on to the next trick. They're not going to mind. So just remember, try not to be nervous, get out of your comfort zone, and just go out and practice and perform.